Okay, so I did get to go to the Huntsville Comic-Con, and I got to make a couple of trades, and I'll tell you all about the show and how it went and where I did well and where I didn't do so well. But it's all a learning experience, and I'm still overall happy. If you want to see what I did, stick around. Welcome back, family. Thank you so much for joining me yet again. Yes, I did get a chance to go to the Huntsville Comic-Con 2021, Huntsville, Alabama, for anybody that is not from the region and doesn't know where it is. I went to it last year in July, and as I stated in a prior video, it was kind of disheartening. Yes, it was in the middle of COVID, but we were still, at that point, still hoping for some kind of return in 2020 to normalcy, and we didn't get it, but the dealer tables only comprised about half of the arena. A lot of the autograph guests canceled at the last minute. CGC was supposed to be there. They canceled. CBCS still showed up, so I gave them my books. Boy, that was not a big mistake. That turned into a fiasco. But this year, though, the price of admission did get noticeably higher, but it was worth it. Let me tell you, we're starting to come out of it, guys. Georgia's already lifted restrictions on restaurants and bars and gyms and stuff like that, and the Huntsville Comic-Con was back in full swing. Now, they had the security guards walking around making sure that everybody kept their mask on, and my buddy Shane, you got caught. And I saw that picture you posted with you and Jim Shooter. You had your mask down. I'm like, quick, put it back on before she sees you. But I'm glad, yeah, as I said, my buddy Shane, he got to pose for pictures with Jim Shooter. Most of the guests that had signed up in advance were there, and Murr from what's the pranking TV show? Whatever the heck that was called. I forget what it's called. He canceled out. But the other big names that were there, the guy, I'm not a Power Ranger fan, but the guy for the Green Power Ranger or whatever, he was there, and the line was. Anyway, though, yeah, the tables were all booked, and the walkways, even though they were wide, were still wall to wall people. Everybody was well behaved. Everybody had their masks on. A lot of people in cosplay. It started to look reminiscent of 2019, except for the masks. So I had a face shield, so this way I could see better and not fog up my glasses, which I wear on a regular basis. Anyway, let me get into showing you what I got. Before I show you what I got, though, I have to give you this reminder. Go on to my 200 subscriber video. When I hit 200 subscribers, I will randomize and see who is going to win this 9.8 white page slabs. We only find them when they're dead. I have, in the video, it shows you what the 300, 400, 500, 750, and 1,000 subscriber videos are going to be. So you really want to make sure that you are a subscriber. You click like on that video. You make a comment on that video. And then when I hit 200, I will draw a name. As long as you make those three criteria, you will win this book. I will pay for shipping as long as you're in the United States. If not, we'll still figure something out, okay? So remember, get over there, and at the end of this video, also, there'll be a link for it. So please. Get on there, win this book. Okay, sorry, that's not as entertaining as Boom Mike Skeff is, I know, but it's the best I can do. I can't do the dual personality like he does. So, one of the dealers there had a booth which was all Stitch stories. Now, if anybody knows me, knows that I love Stitch. He's over here. I hate to do the right left thing. Right here. Okay, and I'm also right here. I have a Stitch tattoo. I love Stitch. That's why I am Ohana Comics. And he had a lot of artwork there, which I had to pick up. A couple when I do like Halloween shows and stuff like that. I'm gonna put this sign up the night before Christmas with Stitch and Scrump down here, and you got Lilo up top. It's just, I really love that one. But the other one was this captures exactly Ohana means family. Yes, I understand it's a Stitch Disney character, and I hope that Disney doesn't go after me or whatever, because Ohana does mean family. We're all one big comic family. It's got the little duckling there, and I've got he's reading the book also in my tattoo. It means a lot to me, and because I do really believe that we're all one big family, and just got to have a little bit of fun with it. So other than that, though, I did get, if you notice there behind me, I don't know, we have right here, now I have Thor, God of Thunder number 5, and I have moved Spider-Woman up here. It's not because I picked those books up, it's because the books that were in those locations were traded away, as well as some others out of my other collection. The ones that got traded out were my ASM 361 in a 9.6, and I had first appearance of Gambit, was that 266? I think, X-Men, yeah, 266, but that was only an 8.0. I got those actually more than a year ago before the prices shot up, so my investment in them was relatively low. And again, there were some other books that I traded as well. The first ones I'm going to talk about is I traded one book for two to my buddy Shane. He really hooked me up with a great, he gave me great credit towards a book, which originally he sold to me. And even my wife's like, how could you do that? Sell it back to him for more. I'm like, well, first off, he sold it to me as a raw. And I pressed it and cleaned it and graded it. And I was just, he gave me trade value of what it was worth. So I picked a couple of books out and gave him a couple dollars more to try to equalize it out. And it was Hell Arisen, number 3. I got it in one of his auctions, his online auctions. And he said that he estimated it to be a 2.4. And it actually graded a 9.4. And it graded a 9.6, which is even better. And he had a buddy that was looking for that particular book. And so it worked out for him and it worked out for me. The 2 books I picked up, and this is a pretty good copy. I mean, by looking at it, I'll see what it looks like after cleaning the press. It's probably going to be about an 8.5 of a Moon Knight number 1. And I really like that one. And, of course, the other one, which I think is probably going to exceed 8.5, maybe a 9 if I get lucky on this. A nice copy of Star Wars number 2. It's a 30 cent. It's not the 35, but it is a real one. It's not a reprint or anything. And yeah, I've wanted to get one of these for quite a while, and every time I see one and I'm about to pull the trigger, bang, it gets sold, and I keep missing it. And he had that one, and I'm like, you know what? I'll take it, man. I love it. So a little while later on, I was looking at some books that a guy had, and he had some books which they're like in a Mylar, okay? And I can show you the back. They've got CBCS stickers on them, and on the front it has a barcode with a sticker and a grade. And I asked him, what's with the grade? And he said that it shows you can pay $5 and they'll just give it a rough grade and seal it inside the Mylar with the stickers. And that way without it being in a slab, it's kind of like certifying the grade. And if you peel these stickers, it, destroys them or whatever. So I'm like, okay, if you say so. But, it's a 3.0, but I finally pulled the trigger and got my copy of Submariner number 1. And, yeah, honestly, I'm looking at this. It has a spot up here, okay? Now, it looks like it was held in, it's got its hair here, and it looks like somebody taped it. And it looks like the tape fell off. So now I've got discoloration and a tear, which is actually good. Because if it still had the tape on it, I sent this in for grading, I'd get the purple label. Now, I'll get a blue label. It'll be a lower grade, but I'd rather have the lower grade blue label. And honestly, I'm actually thinking about just sending this straight to CBCS, so there's no arguing, and getting a 3.0 into an actual slab. I'm not going to get into the argument of who's better, CGC or CBCS. But as I had the conversation with Shane and Dustin this weekend, the way they're both operating lately, if whichever one of these companies actually gets their act together, will actually dominate the market, okay? Because, two brothers, I'm watching them pulling up books, and they've got the labels are reversed in books, okay? People are opening up and seeing hair on the, human hair inside the slab. Nobody wants to see that, okay? I'm waiting to see a booger on a cover someday. It's getting really, really bad. And I think it's primarily because CGC did not anticipate how popular that 25 book pre-screen submission was going to be, and they just got flooded with books that they could not handle. What they should have done, in my opinion, would be to open up a separate grading just for the pre-screen books and allow the regular books to follow through, so everybody's not waiting. I've got books still now well over 2 months that they get received, and they're not even scheduled for grading yet. It's getting really bad. So anyway, then I did get to pull the trigger. Like I said, this one required those 2 books that I had up there, as well as a few others. And this one is on me, okay? I saw the price that he had on it, and I preached this to so many people, and I didn't do it myself. Look up the value of the book. It's so simple. Okay, I have my phone in my hand. He's looking up the books that he's going to, trade me for, give me trade value. Look up the value of the book. And I didn't do it, and he had a price on it which was much higher than current market value, and I just took it for gospel and used my trade value towards getting this book. In the long run, I still am glad, because this is, well, Fantastic Four number 9 in a 5.0. I don't feel terrible about it for 2 reasons. One, I know the prices that I paid for all those other books, and I know the value of this, and in the long run, I still am okay. I would have done a lot better to sell all the books that he gave me trade value for, and I probably could have wound up buying 2 of these. But this is my end game. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. As I said, there are people that are just buying books to flip and sell and try to make a profit. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. I'm not going to judge anybody. There are people that only save up and buy those grail books, or the books that will always be in the, every book they buy will be in their personal collection forever. What I do is I get the books that I can when I can, and other books that I would love to have. I'll buy books like Strange Academy number 1. I bought that new. It's probably personal collection now, to be perfectly honest, but there are books that I have tons of slabs over there that I'm speculating on, and when the prices go up, I'll trade them or I'll sell them. But the intention is not to put money in my wallet. The intention is to put great books in my collection. And everybody's going to judge everybody else on what they do. I don't. I'm sorry. I have no problem with any one of the 3 paths I just mentioned. What I do have a problem with, though, is if you have not gotten to my 200 subscriber video, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you haven't clicked like on this video, let me start over. Subscribe to the channel. Find the video. It'll be a link here that says 200 subscriber video. It'll be showing up. Go to that video. Like it. Leave a comment. When I hit 200 subscribers, I will draw a name. This book will be going to you. Watch that video. You'll see all the books I'm giving away at 3, 4, 5, 7, 50, and 1,000 subscribers. You'll be very surprised when you see the 1,000 subscriber book. But more importantly, though, you got to enter. You got to enter to win. And I hope everybody does, because I really want to give away these books. I wanted to grow the channel. I want to have some fun. So if you can, please subscribe to the channel. Click like. Click notifications so you see what's going on. Share the videos with somebody. Tell somebody else, hey, watch this guy's channel. Enter, get a chance to win a book. Okay? But of everything else, though, is have fun with your collections. And as always, though, I'm out.